What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? This is our first live stream, live with Nate. Today we're going to talk about my vintage lenses that I bought, and also one that's not vintage lens, but a new lens. This one here. So let's wait for some people to join on while I start the timer for 25 minutes, as that's the maximum time I will allow before it gets too long, So, what can we talk about? I went to a flea market this past week and I got 3 vintage lenses, while I actually got a brand new lens this week as well. Let's first talk about this new lens here. I got this at Sammy's Camera for attending that workshop with Griffin Hammond. You get a $99 gift card with the entry fee, so you pay $99 to get in, but they also give you a gift card. So I got this one. So it's a 25mm Panasonic 1.7, and this can attach to my G7. Let's go ahead and do that. So on the kit lens at 25mm, it gives you an f5.3, which does not let in a lot of light. But now this one gives you 1.7. It's full frame equivalent of a 50mm, which is pretty much a standard focal length. So here's it without the lens hood, and it just lets in a lot of light, gives you that blurry background. I believe it's still on sale for $150, so that's on Amazon and on B&H, which I'll try to link in the description, at least after the live video. Then you, with the lens hood on, about looks like that. And it's pretty solid lens. It's built very well, way better than the kit lens. And it has the metallic mount. Overall, it's a pretty good lens. I've only tested it a few times. But let's look at some of my vintage lenses. The first one I bought is this huge lens here. Now, your best guess, it's a telephoto lens, right? Which it is. It's an 80, which you can see right here, an 80, all the way to 250mm. But it does that at a 3. Can you see that? 3.8 f-stop, right there. Auto Tamron zoom. Very clean glass. The whole body is metal. It's durable. It's a little hefty, but the focus is smooth. The zoom is smooth. And because this lens is just so big, it has its own tripod mount. So you can put this on your tripod, and also this little knob here. You can adjust this and move it around. So let's say you want your camera to be in portrait mode. Well, you can do that without changing the whole lens around or on your tripod, which I thought was pretty neat. Can't wait to test out this lens. I just ordered the adapters for all these vintage lenses, and it should come Monday, hopefully. So probably my next episode will be about that. This one's an M42 mount, which is relatively inexpensive adapter, which you can put on your Micro Four Thirds cameras. While talking about mounts, I thought I'll get the EF version and then adapt them with my EF to Micro Four Thirds. So that way, if I ever upgrade my camera, at least I still have that adapter too. So this looks like it's going to be a very awesome lens. Again, it lets in a lot more light. And I kind of thought maybe it would replace my other lens I have, my telephoto lens, which is the Canon 55-250. Although this is an electronic lens, so you can't control the autofocus. It has no autofocus with the passive adapter or image stabilization. You can't even control the aperture. Well, this, of course, doesn't have autofocus or image stabilization. At least you can change the aperture. So this one, there's also one negative to this. It's an f4 to 5.6. Can you see that? Focus. There we go. So this is going to let in less light, even at the 250 millimeter range. It'll let in about twice the amount of light. I paid a total of $18 for this lens, and an adapter was probably $8 too, so about $26 for a good telephoto lens. Again, I haven't tested any of these, but I'm hoping to once I get that adapter. My second vintage lens we have here, which the second one I purchased, is this Penney, which is kind of an odd name. 28mm f2.8, as you see right there. What do you think of the newer DSLR rig for like 50 to 60 bucks? Okay, I will try to get to that question just a little bit later. Let's finish talking about the vintage lenses here. So this is a 2.8 lens, which means it lets in like double light of the kit lens, basically. Vintage lenses, you know, you can control the aperture by the aperture ring. Very nice smooth focus. I think I paid $3 for this lens, so very cheap. And this is a Pentax K mount, which I ordered the adapter for that. Can't wait to try out this lens. And my last vintage lens I bought is this Vivitar 28mm 2.8. Let's see if you can look at that right there. So, sorry, it's not a 2.8, it's a 2.5. So less than just a third of a light more than this other lens here. But it will definitely, you know, it just looks like an awesome lens there. So anyways, going back to your question, what do you think of the newer DSLR rig for like $50 to $60? I'll have to take a look at that lens. I mean, talking about lenses here. I'll take a look at that rig. I can actually look it up right now. I have no idea which one you're talking about. But while we do that, if there's any more questions, feel free to ask them, and I will be sure to answer them. So the newer DSLR rig. Alright, let's look this up. I have bought newer products in the past, and they're fairly good for the money. Some of them are not the most durable. If you know YC Imaging, I actually have seen his videos before. I don't think I've ever seen that rig for that video. Let's take a look here. I got it up on Amazon. Okay, so it's the shoulder mount. Okay, he made the video about stabilizers. Alright, so I've seen the one where he does the gels, like the ones you get as Michaels. And I don't know if I did a video about that. I don't think so, but it's really, I love the gels for that. Like, just the colors and the lighting is awesome. Alright, so this one, it's for $60. I can see right here. We'll try to link that in the description. I have seen this actually before, now I brought it up. My one concern about it is you kind of have to push up against your shoulder. You don't have, like, it's not really resting because you don't have counterweights. I'm not sure if you can add counterweights, maybe. But that will just kind of like, you're kind of pushing against your shoulder to get a tighter shot. But like any stabilizer is just going to improve your whole, it's just going to stabilize your footage so much more. Anything that you can do, whether that's like holding it close and even handheld, it's still going to look better than if you're holding it out right here. So the same thing with the stabilizer, and that one's only $60, so I'd say it's worth it. You know, at least you're getting your hands off the rig. It's more stable. Stable footage is definitely one of the most important things in content creating or filmmaking. Do we have any more questions? Let's see here. So right now, I can see that one person is on. However, I did a test before this, and I think that counter is really off. Mr. Freeze, I'm a musician. Cool. Have you composed any music? Like, you can give out to people? Because that would be cool for people to use our films. Are you going to do any short films anytime soon? Well, I actually plan on doing like a little short film. It's nothing too extravagant, not too big. Kind of just like me acting in it and filming it. And yeah, that's kind of how my cast is going. It's me. But, yeah, that'd be definitely cool. Could do any short films, yeah. So I like to do some more short films, but, doing this YouTube channel as well, which I'm trying to upload more often. So now I have like the regular episodes, which comes out on Wednesday, and maybe this live stream thing will work every Friday or so. Because I would definitely like to do this once a week, answering your questions. Love to answer people's questions. So, I thought about making a video about this thing right here, which is a glide cam. I know people are now using their the 3-axis gimbals, which still cost more than the glide cam, although they'd still have a different look compared to the glide cam. With Steadicam, glide cam, you need to put in some practice before getting a really smooth shot. You gotta balance it. While the 3-axis gimbals, you can pretty much just turn them on and go, but they still kind of look robotic if you don't know how to operate them smoothly. So I actually was watching the GlideCam training course on YouTube, which is very good. Just like he knows what he's talking about, which I'll try to link again in the description. Which he shows you how to balance your GlideCam and how to operate smoothly. So I think I got mine pretty rock solid here. So it's very little room, but let's see, like this, yeah. And so it's just very smooth, like even at the bottom, just rock solid. And then I'm trying to operate it more smoothly to get more cool shots. Because again, with the whole stabilized thing, like you want to get smooth, stable footage. I've never owned a shoulder rig, but sometimes I just take my tripod and like kind of rig it like a shoulder rig, where you just like put the feet over your shoulder and then kind of shoot like that. It still looks better than like shooting hand out. My camera almost fell on the glide cam. Oh, so yeah, speaking about 3-axis gimbals, what do I have here? I got everything here. I have the DJI Osmo Mobile, which you can use your smartphone on. Just grab a phone right here. I've shot a few little videos with it. You can see on my channel. I did a video about the Osmo, and it's so much easier. Like, it's doing all the stable work for you, so you can actually just focus on the movement, like moving left to right and getting the shot, rather than trying to hold it steady. When you're trying to do smooth pans and tilts, it's hard to do that handheld. With this thing, it's just stabilized right there. Yeah, so I really like this Osmo thing. So, again, if we have any more questions, feel free to ask them. And then again, if you're watching this post live stream, feel free to leave a comment and I'll respond fairly quickly. Yeah, when you're talking about music and short films, let's do a little discussion on that. I primarily use SoundCloud as my for my music, and that works pretty well because you can just type in tracks and like modify commercially, which again I did a video on, but you can use that for like all your videos, and it's really high quality music compared to like stock royalty free like some others I used to use is Incompetech and Bin Sound, which you can hear fairly often when you're watching YouTube videos. But with SoundCloud I barely run into these songs again, which is kind of nice. Okay, certainly will. Again, I'm trying to... There we go. Okay, trying to do a screenshot there. There we go. Yeah, if this is not the correct timing for most people who are subscribed to my channel, I totally understand. And I would like to do whatever is most convenient for people. And I'm just, trying to start this out, which is always like we can change and stuff. But I thought Fridays, everyone's excited. And pop on a live stream, You got any more questions coming in? Well, let me ask you guys this. If you're subscribed to my channel, and how long have you been subscribed for? Because this channel is growing just so great recently. We're already at 600, and when I was doing, it was just like a month ago, we hit 500, which is like 100 subscribers a month is great.
She gave us some towels because I'm told that we were like, I'm doing something.
Just hold on. Okay, so it looks like everyone's either left. We had some more people come on our test live stream. Maybe I'll just hang around and answer some more questions. Try to leave this, at 25 minutes. Maybe we should try later on in the day then. Crap, that's my glide cam. Dang. Okay, so I think everyone has left the live stream, and I'm here by myself talking to myself. So hopefully you enjoyed this live stream if you're watching it post. If you made it this far, that's great. So anyways, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you next Wednesday.